What's the biggest obstacle you've faced in your life so far that you were able to overcome? And how did you do it?
I couldn't walk for like 3 years.
And what stemmed that?
Got shot.
Is that something we could talk about?
Yeah. If you want to talk about it.
How many different occasions have you been shot in the course of your life?
One occasion I've been shot. Not shot at, but shot.
And what part of the world did this take place in?
Savannah, Georgia.
Do you remember what age you were at the time?
20.
For time reference, it's March 2022 now, but how many bullets were you struck by on that occasion?
Well, 3 hit me, but 2 only went in me.
And where on your body were you shot exactly?
In my leg and in the back of my back. And then grazed my other leg.
For someone watching this that's never been shot by a gun before, what does that really feel like?
Well, I guess it felt like you're on fire for a minute. Not really on fire. I'm going to tell you, when I first got shot, I didn't even know I was shot until I fell. When I fell, I still didn't feel it yet. But when they put you on that stretcher, being that I got shot in my back, that's when it really hurt it. But it ain't really, not how like people make it seem like. Not saying I want to get shot again, but it ain't really didn't even hurt like that. Really didn't. Or maybe I was just out of it. I don't know.
When you said it was the feeling of fire, as you described it, was it just in the area you were shot, or did it consume your whole body?
Just in the area I was shot. And it's crazy though, because my leg didn't even feel like fire. It was like my back felt like fire. But like I said, I think it's because when they lay you on the stretcher and I'm laying my back flat, that's why I think it might have did that.
Now, again, for someone that's never been shot before, but wondering what that feels like, that fire description, are you able to compare it to anything?
There ain't no feeling you gonna feel like that. You ain't just gonna feel that, just feeling that type of way.
Not being funny here, but is there a smell to it at all?
I smell it?
Yeah.
Not if you shit, unless you shit, but I didn't shit. Nah, but like, okay, for instance, some people, when they get shot, they might get paralyzed or something or whatever, so they gonna shit because your muscles is just gonna relax. I didn't get paralyzed. I was like real close. I was fucked up though, but I wasn't paralyzed. I was just fucked up, really. So, no, I ain't.
And I didn't know if there was a smell to it in the
Some of
midst
the blood?
Well, that could be it, but just burning flesh.
But if it was, I don't remember, because that shit was like 2011, January 2nd, 2011.
Now, at that time, were you under the influence of any drugs?
I was an athlete all my life. I ain't really never did drugs like that, ever. Like, never. I don't smoke weed to this day. I don't smoke no weed and none of that. I don't really.
And the reason for that question is just hypothetically speaking, if it would have made that experience more painful or less painful?
I think if you was high, I don't know. I can't even say. I don't know. I think you would have felt it regardless. Don't care how you is. You gonna feel it. You gonna feel the bullet. But like I said, you gonna feel it, but it don't really like hurt like how people would think it hurt. You see what I'm saying? And I think my expectations were so high. That's probably why it didn't hurt. Cause I'm thinking like, as soon as you get shot, you either gonna die or it's just gonna hurt so bad. So my expectations were so high. That's probably was my problem.
Could it have been where you were shot and the type of bullet or the caliber of the bullet as well?
But I don't know what kind of bullet it was. Because when I got shot, I instantly went to jail. So they ain't telling. If you go to jail from getting shot, they ain't even telling you nothing. You gonna be right there on the bed with a handcuff to one of your arms and an officer at your bed, and they ain't answering too many questions except till you tell them you ready to go to jail. That's it.
Okay, so let's back up here for a second. You're on the stretcher. When do the cuffs come into play?
The cuffs came into play when the dude that shot me called the police station and was like, he told him that he shot me because I shot him first. So he like, I don't know if she's dead or alive, but I just shot somebody, and that was that. So then they get the call, and they like, oh yeah, she under arrest. Everybody got out the room. That's how that went. Because my mom and my sister was up there.
Okay, so you were already on the stretcher, in the ambulance, they take you to the hospital, and then how soon after you get to the hospital do the cuffs come into play?
Well, first of all, I went to the wrong hospital at first when I first got shot. I went to St. Joseph. They don't do trauma. So when I get there, they like, oh, we can't even touch you. So I'm like, damn, so y'all gonna let me die? They like, well, we can't touch you. They ain't got the license to touch you. They just do like open heart surgeries and stuff. I just learned that too when I got shot. I didn't know. So they rushed me to Memorial Hospital. Then they was like, we gonna put me into immediate surgery because of where I got shot at. So as I'm there, my mama them talking to me like, like everybody tell me just stay up. But then like literally about 10 minutes after that, 5-10 minutes, they like, everybody gotta leave, she under arrest. So it was like, that's how that went.
Well, when it comes to bullets, there's regular bullets, then there's hollow tip bullets. Yeah. So I don't know if that would have made the pain more or less. And then there's also different types of caliber of bullets. Anything from a 22 bullet to 40 caliber, something even greater than that.
I think I got hit with a 40.
And when it comes to the size of the bullet, I don't know if that equals out to more pain or less pain. So just a couple of different variables.
I think I got hit with a bigger bullet because it enlarged in me and it didn't really travel. A lot of small bullets travel. Mine didn't travel. It just stuck right there. And it's still in my back too. That's kind of like how I wasn't paralyzed or whatever because he was like if it would have moved a little bit, it probably would have hit my spine all the way. So I think mine was big. That much I do know.
Did you have a near-death experience at all?
Mm-mm.
Let me just give you the exact definition for people that are watching that are unfamiliar with that phrase. As defined by Oxford Languages, an unusual experience taking place on the brink of death and recounted by a person after recovery, typically an out-of-body experience or a vision of a tunnel of light.
Mm-mm.
You didn't see the light.
I ain't seen the light.
So no near-death experience there in your case.
I ain't seen the light. I ain't even gonna lie to you and sit here and lie to you and exaggerate. I ain't seen no light.
So that bullet is still in your back. What about the leg?
Ain't in there no more.
Okay. And then the one that grazed. Yeah. Oh, yes, you did mention that
already. And then listen, I didn't even know. I thought I was shot one time, right? And then when they took my clothes off, because I'm like, damn, I feel blood just everywhere. So then when they take my clothes off, then they knew. They didn't even know until they took my clothes off. They ain't knew. They just knew about the one in my back because when I got shot in my back, I instantly fell.
Looking back, what do you think your key to survival of these gunshots were? Looking back, what do you think your key to survival of these gunshots were? Yeah. Why do you think you survived this incident?
Because it didn't hit me in the right spot, truthfully. And then I be blessed though, like I'm blessed, so I feel like it wasn't meant for me to die anyway. I had already got shot at about 5-6 times before that, and ain't nothing touched me. But I think I was just being so hot-headed, something had to slow me down. So that's why that happened. But I just feel like I ain't hit me in the right spots.
Speaking of blessed, and also you have 2 crosses on your face, inked in tattoos. Do you follow religion by any chance?
Mm-mm. I believe in God, but I ain't really religious like that. I probably might be still a Christian. If you get baptized when you little, do you still be a Christian? Oh.
I have no clue, personally.
No.
But why not religious for you?
Why not?
Yeah. Were you at one time in your life?
When I was little, but that was like by force. My grandma had us in church every Sunday. That's when I think I was.
Grandma on your mother's side or father's side?
Mama's side.
And at what point do you think you deviate from being religious?
Because she had probably like about 13, 14, because I just been so much, it just was like, I just don't even want to go no more. I had to go every Sunday. I had to go to all the plays. I had to go to after church, before church, all that. So it just drew me away from it.
Is your grandmother still in your life?
She died when I was probably like in 6th grade.
Care to share how?
I don't know, I think Memorial Health killed her. Because she went in there for a broken leg. then just died. Literally. Nothing. Like, she was good. Soon as she went to Maury Health, gone.
Was there any investigation into her death, things of that nature?
See, we ain't really had that much money back then, so probably if we had some money, like the day, we probably would have invested, but who really got money for lawyers and stuff like that? Trying to figure out why somebody died. So, no.
Now, you had to learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
What was that process like?
So hard. It was hard because, first of all, facility, I was in jail. So they ain't really give you too much help in there anyway. So I was in a medical facility when I first got shot for like almost a year. But they didn't even want me to walk. They was like so scared that I can sue them. They really wanted me to stay in the bed if I could. Like, they was like, oh, if I get out of the bed, they'd be like, what you doing out of bed, Willis? And I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get up, go use the bathroom. They'd be like, oh, you got to get the doctor's permission and all that. So they ain't want me to walk. I just did it on my own, really. It was hard, though, because I ain't had no help.
No physical therapy?
Mm-mm.
So how did you learn?
They did. They tried to take me one time, but that shit was so embarrassing. I said, I don't want to go back. I just walk in my room. Because you got to go there we had to go there with the cuffs on. And you got the officer right there. Matter of fact, they used to take two with me. I had two officers. I had an officer right here, officer right here. And you got other people in there that's, like, free. So they just watching you like, I ain't with all that. So I just didn't want to go back no more after that. I refused it.
So how did you learn how to walk again on your own?
Just like taking a step at a time every day, just standing in front of the cot bed, whatever you call it, just standing up, just getting my strength at first when I was standing up, like just, first of all, trying to stand up, then just taking a step at a time. And then I'm in a room by myself, like, for like literally almost a year. Nobody in the room with me. So I'm just like, that's all I had to do.
Was that like solitary confinement?
Mm-hmm. Because it was like it would have been like like I said, I would have been able to sue. Like I can't walk at the moment, so if somebody try to attack me, I really just defenseless, or if I fall a certain type of way, y'all ain't there to help me, so it's like they really just had me segregated.
Did you have a TV or any sort of entertainment?
Yeah, I had a TV and a phone. Yeah, I had a TV and a phone.
So maybe a little different than solitary confinement.
No. Because even in solitary confinement, you get a phone. You get a phone call. Yeah. And you get to watch TV too. Just can't interact with other people, and you can't go outside and stuff like that.
With the phone in your scenario, you could be on the phone as long as you want, anytime you wanted to?
At that time, yep. Well, they had like a cordless phone at the time. It ain't like that no more. Like, they done changed it tremendous, like to a point where even it's a whole new jail now. But at the time, we had a cordless phone, and I used to have to share it with other people. But I was just so cool with all the officers, they just leave the phone in my room. Yeah. I literally, like, been there from the time the jail was the old jail to when the jail got built and we had to go to the new jail. That's how long I've been in there. So I had kind of, like, cool with all the officers.
TV, was it just basic channels, or you had several options?
Yeah, I had options. I used to watch, like, Real Husbands or Housewives. What is that called? Yeah, Real Husbands or Housewives. And I used to watch, like, at the time, I think Trayvon Martin and them was on trial. I used to watch all that stuff. Michael Dunn and all that.
What jail was this that you were located in?
Chatham County Detention Center, Savannah, Georgia.
And you have done, as you previously mentioned in this interview, that you, it was 3 instances. There was a 3-year plus where it was mostly jail, mostly county jail, but a little bit of prison. And then it was 2 6-month stints in county jail.
Yep.
Which of these 3 scenarios did this particular incident take place?
3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I had, like, armed robbery, aggravated assault, possession of firearm by convicted felon, violation of first offenders, and some other little charges.
And they couldn't move that bullet out of your back?
Well, it was hurting me probably like a year or 2 ago, and I had went to the doctor, and he was like, maybe we should try to move it. But I'd be like, mm-mm. Because I asked him, what's the odds? You know what I'm saying? He like, well, it's 50-50. But if it go wrong, you can get paralyzed. And if it don't go wrong, you'll be good. So I'm like, that's rushing. That's playing with your ability to live, walk, and all that. I'd be all right.
But what about keeping the bullet exactly where it is? Could this paralyze you in the future of some sort at all, in any possibility?
Yeah, if it move, just gotta hope it don't. I mean, but it done been like 10 years, it ain't moved. I don't think it moved, and if it did, it ain't moved the wrong way, I guess.
Do you get any checkups on it just to make sure that you're healthy and preventing a possible paralyzation in the future?
Just that one time when it was hurting, and I was like, dang, something ain't right. So I got a doctor's appointment. He was like, yeah, you probably gotta get it removed because it's like you getting older, so it's gonna start giving you problems later. Like right now, you still young, kind of youthful, so it ain't really bothering you, but it eventually, yeah. But then when I get old, I might take it out because I ain't gonna care. Like, I done live. But I don't want to do it right now. It might mess up something.
Care to share what age you were at the time when you got that checkup?
Probably like 2 years ago. So probably about 29, 28. Yeah.
Okay, now, circumstances could be different for everybody, so generally speaking here, but let's say somebody's watching this and it doesn't even have to be because they're shot. It could be something else that caused them not to walk, and they're learning how to walk again and that sort of thing. Is there anything you would say to somebody that's injured and learning how to walk again?
Yeah, you got to keep trying because it's so easy to get discouraged. Because like, for instance, a person that's paralyzed, I don't know how I feel, but I can just only imagine. Because if you paralyzed, it's like this. Like, you ain't got no ability. So that's going to be kind of discouraging because you're like, dang, how could I even try? Because I can't even move it. You got to just keep on trying. Because I was to a point where, like, all I could do is just lay there when I first got shot. And now I'm doing what I want to do. So, yeah, you got to just keep trying. Like, I'm a praying, though. I'm a praying person, though. I don't care. I know how to get on my knees and pray. I don't care. I'm going to cry to him. Like, for real. So, if you ain't no praying person, I don't know, because you might just, you just got to know how to pray.